Which organization do you think uses social media in the most effective way?
I think internationally, organizations like Intel, Dell, Microsoft, Intuit, some of the technology firms use social media very well. I think Starbucks is a great example of a consumer-facing retail organization using social media. Best Buy uses it very well. So these are some great examples of companies using social media internationally. In India, some of the strong case studies are still to emerge. I think several organizations have done interesting experiments, but they haven't taken it really to the most evolved place where they can take it. Tata Tea with the Jagore campaign, and now the Jagore community is doing some interesting things. Janagraha, which was Tata Tea's partner in Jagore, is now building a new kind of a social networking platform to drive real change at the neighborhood level. Imagine going into Facebook and seeing what your neighbors are doing in your polling booth area, what kind of issues are there in your neighborhood which needs to be solved, what are activists, non-profits, politicians doing in your neighborhood, what are the volunteer opportunities available to you. Combine a strong location layer with a strong community layer and a strong activation layer, and you suddenly have a fraction of the 650,000 people who registered to vote in Jagore actually going out and making change. So I think several of the case studies in India are work in progress case studies, and I think we'll see some real powerful case studies in a year or two.
So the current discussion that we were having was about CEOs using social media, and we saw opposite remarks on the same guy. We were discussing Anand Mahindra, and we saw people being very positive about him, replying to some queries raised about his company, while other people being what you can say, not so enthusiastic about it, seeing this work could be done by someone less qualified. Why should he waste his time? So what are your guidelines about CEOs using social media, anything in particular?
So one-to-one conversations don't scale. One-to-one conversations don't scale for me. Clearly they can't scale for Anand Mahindra. Mahindras need to have a call center to handle customer support. Anand Mahindra can't solve everybody's problem. So I give that. What social media is important is and why CEO should use social media to set an agenda, set a public agenda. And Anand Mahindra is asking one customer problem on Twitter sets up a precedent for the rest of the company, which says that customer service is important for us. He's not responded to one problem. He has set an example of what the rest of the organization should be doing, and I think that's powerful. Yeah. So I think CEOs should use social media, whether inside the organization or outside the organization, whether on internal platforms like Social Text and Yammer, or on external platforms like Twitter and blogs, to set an agenda for the rest of the organization, set an agenda for the industry. And that's when CEOs are most powerful.
Let's go on to NASCO. What is happening around here? We have huge amount of experts in a very localized area, but how could we tap this presence over here in form of community or using social media to generate some ideas, content which is of value or long-lasting impact? Is something happening that we are not aware of?
So I think events are a perfect use case for online communities and social media, because you have a few hundred people coming here for a few days and then going back to their respective lives. And how do you make these 3 days of interaction count? How do you help people make long-lasting relationships which continue after these 3 days are over? These are very important use cases for social media. NASCOM has an online community around the event which helps people to discover each other attendees and connect with them. Plus all the live tweeting which is happening during sessions helps people discover each other, discover other people who they have known online perhaps and never met before. And these are powerful use cases. Beth and I, for instance, I have written guest posts on our blog. We move around in the same circles, but we haven't really met face to face before. And it's powerful to meet friends who have known for months face to face during these events with the serendipity of social media.
Great. Any closing remarks?
Bloggada is doing a great job bringing together the Indian blogging community. I'm really excited about several initiatives you have done, including Live Adda, and all the best. May the force be with you.
Thank you.